Hey everyone, Tate here with IMS, and in this week's how-to video, we're going to continue on where we left off last week about customizing the SharePoint site page. So now that we've kind of gotten our site all customized, theme-wise and layout-wise, we actually start creating content inside of the site itself. So to do that, where you're going to start off is going to be the edit button over here. Once you click on that, it'll kind of take the site into a edit mode. If this is a live site and you have employees or other users actively seeing it, they're going to see the site before you hit the way it was before it was put into that edit mode. So it'll be fully functional, but once you publish the site, then those updated changes will happen. So the way the site pages are kind of broken down, and this is done either if you're making your home page or adding an additional page, you're going to have different sections. And you're going to see your sections set up and nominated by where you're going to see these little plus signs here. So you can see that's one full section, that is a full section, and that is a full section. You can freely add or delete these, so if you click on the space inside of that section, you'll be able to hit delete there, and that section will disappear. So we can kind of go through and delete all of these here real quick. The same way though, if you would like to add a section, then you can hit this little plus sign here, and it will ask you how you'd like to add your section. You have a couple options here. It's just going to let you have your layout for your different web parts. So I normally like to do the one column or the two columns, depending on what's going in that space. But for this example, we're going to go ahead and do two column. For here though, now we're going to have two separate sections where I can add a web part. Now, big confusion with SharePoint is people think it's like website designing. It is and it isn't. You can do a lot of cool things to make SharePoint site pages look really pretty, but they're not a full like HTML coded website that you see on the internet normally. So some things are stuck as is, and that's just the built-in way SharePoint functions. But we have a lot of options that we can kind of change. So let's say on this section here, I want to do some text, I want to do some photos. When you hit plus inside one of the sections here, you're going to get the ability to access what are called web parts. And this is how you customize your web page. Like I said, there's a lot in here we can do that can give you that feel of a full web page. But again, not fully customizable. We're not going to dive into a lot, like every single one of these, but we're going to kind of add major ones. So we're going to start with the simple one. That's just going to be text. This page is awesome. So you can edit as much different kind of text in there. You're able to choose text like almost kind of font, size of the font, color, highlighting, bold, italicize. You can also do a whole bunch of different like lists, normal kind of text editing. On this side though, if I want to add a picture, I can go here, and then I'm going to then just simply search image. And that will give me different options that include images. A call to action is kind of like you can put a photo on there, but that photo is a link. So you can click on the photo, it'll take you to a website or a different page inside of your SharePoint, say like a survey. Some people use it for just kind of a click rate to see how people are clicking in activity on someone's SharePoint site. We're going to do just image, just a standard one here. When you get to this, it's going to pull up a very similar image kind of hub as we were doing when we customized the banner image. So from here, I can take a stock image. We can do a web search. I have something in my OneDrive I can pull. I can upload, or I can take an image from a link. For example, we're just going to go ahead and grab this one here, and we're going to go insert. I'm going to move my head for a second. And now I have my image. So now I have my brick of text, and I also have my image here. So I have a few more options of what I can do if I want to continue customizing this page. If I want to stay in these sections, I can go ahead and add more text or a different web part. There's no limit to how many web parts you can have in a section, so you're free to do as much as you would like. It is still awesome. The main difference that you would do if you wanted to create a different section, though, is the actual style of the section. So what I mean by that is I can edit this section and I can make it collapsible. So we can actually collapse this, and then that information disappears. So we can have this, if you're doing like a knowledge-based article, you can give it like a title. And then you can also do theming with the sections. And what I mean by that is taking your SharePoint site page theme and doing those tones to it. So I can make this section this light blue. And then if I want to add another section here, say I want to do a 3-column one, and I want to make this one gray, and now that one's gray. And now I have 3 spots that can have different things. So like I said, it can allow for a lot of customization, a lot of fun with it. Just kind of depends on how creative you are and how much time you'd like to spend with it. What we will do though is kind of go over some of my favorites. I'm going to go ahead and delete this section up here for us, and we'll just work with this. So one of my favorite ones that I like to use are the hero image, or excuse me, web part. What this lets you do is you can have multiple links here. So, and then each link can have its own image. So let's say I want to edit this one here. I can edit just the web part itself by clicking on the web part, and then you'll see kind of that same grid that you get with the section for that web part. So I can adjust how many tiles I want. So this is only a 1-tile one or a 3-tile one. I can do that here. I can also select if they want to do like tiles or layers, so they'll just kind of stack on top of each other like that. Then once I'm inside the actual hero spot, I can go select link, and I'm just going to have this go to Google's website. Go ahead and add that in after I move my head. There we go. And so now I have that up here, and now I can actually edit this section, this exact hero tile. So then I can add a photo into it if I would like to. So I can go customize image here, go to my stock, choose that one. And now I have that and that. And I can add a description. Everyone, look at my photos for this week's drill. And you can kind of tile that out. So it kind of gives you that really nice like contrast between both text and image. Another fun one I like to use is the spacer. Allows you to kind of put like text, image, and then you can add space in between so you can get that like perfect lineup between maybe that text and that web part on that side. You can do lists inside of here, so you can do like things that you need for a party, that kind of thing. Another really good one is you can do a calendar. One thing with SharePoint, just an FYI to everyone, kind of hard to get like a traditional calendar in here that you can go and make like events that maybe rotate or repeat. But you can do a group calendar, which links to a 365 Teams group, and then it'll give you certain events coming up. Will not give you the full list of the calendar, but specific events. Other cool ones in here is you can do, if you have any Microsoft Power Apps that you've created, when you're there, you can embed like YouTube videos or basically any embeddable code. So if you have like something like a data analysis website and you have like charts or number feeds, you can actually put it in there and have like a live feed pop up into it. You can do weather, so if you have like multiple locations, you can show weather at each location. So like people inside the team, though they may be separate, they might have something to talk about. You can do like a countdown timer for like a launch date of a project or a new item. You can link a YouTube video specifically into here. You can link a document library, so if you have photos or pictures or documents inside of your SharePoint library, you can list them there. You can do quick links, where you can add just multiple links of maybe like really active websites that your employees will need to know, or will frequently use, that you can kind of set up as like universal bookmarks for the organization, not necessarily have to worry about, are they using Edge, are they using Chrome, are they using Firefox. They can use whatever web browser of their choice, and they can grab the links from here and add those to their favorites. It's simple to just click on there, hit add a link, and then you can customize the links from there. And so then it'll pop up and there's Google. Once you've made all those changes though, you can simply go ahead and hit republish. That site is now live. So it'll take you back out of edit mode, and now we have our webpage here with just Google on it. But yeah, kind of lots of fun, really scratching the surface here of what you can do with SharePoint pages. Maybe in next week's video, we'll do some more advanced stuff on there. I can show you kind of how to do somewhat of a quasi calendar inside of SharePoint that allows you to make edits and stuff to it, but won't sync to like an Outlook or something like that. But maybe we'll jump into that next week. But yeah, so far that's everything for this week's video. If you guys have any questions with inside of SharePoint or Microsoft 365 in general, go ahead and hit us at info@imsnetworking.com, and we'll respond to you as soon as we can and get your questions answered. Excuse me. All right. Everyone have a great night and take care now. Bye.